Hey there, I'm back with another video, and this time we will be covering 17 in one cue card based upon people. For example, talk about a successful businessman, talk about a person you met at a party, talk about an old person, talk about a foreigner who speaks your native language well, sort of topics. I will put the screenshot at the end of the video of those cue cards which will be using the same context which I will be sharing with you guys. Without beating around the bush, let's get straight into the video. Introduction. As usual, I keep saying to you people like there are four plots in any cue card, right? Whether these are your 83 cue card, regardless of the topic, what you are speaking in front of the examiner, there will be one introduction, phase number one, phase number two, depending upon the cue card, phase number three can also be there, and the end of the video, right? Not end of the video, yeah, end of the cue card. So, introduction will always be the same about the people which you are seeing on the screen. Let's get started. Okay. See, these are the people, right? And we meet with the people. So, that's what I'm saying. Being an extrovert by nature, extrovert, the person who loves to talk with other, who is socialized and all that thing. So, being an extrovert by nature, I have come across multiple personalities from diverse fields in different walks of my life. Different walks of my life means zindagi ke har kadam par. You know what I mean, right? However, there were only a bunch of them who took my breath away. Took my breath away. Literally, I took it from the song of Diljit Dosanjh, which is actually gaining the ground these days. So, there were a bunch of them who took my breath away, means who impressed me. And one such person is Mr. Ram, Mr. Sham, whoever is, or Mrs. or Miss, whatever I am going to shed light upon, means I'm going to discuss. He is here basically you are going to introduce the person. He is a teacher, he is an actor, he is whatever he is, whether you are talking about the famous people or you're talking about the people who are your acquaintances, right? So you're going to just introduce the person. He is the not old father, yeah, grandfather of my friend Mansi. So like this, you can introduce the topic. I hope introduction is clear. Let's introduce that topic. Talk about an old person you met at a party, right? So being an extrovert by nature, I have come across multiple personalities from different fields in different walks of my life. However, only a few of them were there who took my breath away, and one such person is Mr. Shamlal, who I'm going to shed light upon today. He is the grandfather of my friend Mansi. That's it. If he's an actor, you're gonna say Shah Rukh Khan. He is the famous actor, right? Means this is how you're going to introduce. समझ लिया करो यार. Okay. So after the introduction comes your phase number one, where you met. See, if he is a famous person, for example, a popular person, right? You're gonna just put any story, customize a story, right? That you read an article in a magazine or you saw his movie like this. But here I have written in the context of the people whom you have met in person. Okay, so let's start. Phase number one usually covers three or four bullet points like when, where, how you know that person, something like that. So, although I have a bit of vague recollection, a bit of vague recollection means blurred memory. Although I have the blurred memory of our first meeting, but I can clearly tell you it was a birthday party thrown by my bosom friend Mansi where we bumped into each other for the very first time. When you bump into each other means you come across each other for the very first time, right? Actually, he was surrounded by a group of people in a corner having conversations with them. Not only his looks but also his overall persona means overall personality blew my mind away. Blow your mind means make you again impressed. When Mansi introduced me with him, I just felt over the moon. It means you felt literally very happy. So this was something like your first meeting. All right, don't always talk about your grandfather, of course, because you cannot dramatize your first meeting with your grandfather, yeah, right? Take any person with whom you can just dramatize the first meeting. I hope you understand. That is a USP of the cue cards, okay? Just try to use more and more idioms if you want to score. Acha acha band score. So I hope your introduction is clear. You can just say that we met at a party and whatever he was doing. You can just customize the story yourself as well. This is not mandatory that you use only my content. So that's how we plan our first meeting with anybody. And hey, always dramatize your first meeting. ठीक है? जैसे वो कौन कर रहा था, रणवीर सिंह कर रहा था किसमें, कॉफी विद करण में, राइट? After the first meeting comes your phase number 2, where you will be telling the information about that person, like what do you know, okay, about his life and all that. So later that evening we had heart to heart conversation with, मतलब दिल से दिल तक की बात. You had heart to heart why am I speaking in Hindi? So we had heart to heart conversation with each other, and he told me about his life journey, and basically you're going to actually customize a story again. I'm sorry for that aeroplane and all that. Okay, you're going to customize a story based upon the field of that person. For example, the person is an army officer, then you're gonna say that he moved heaven and earth to become an army person and all right? There were the struggling days he faced, but he never gave up. He was well determined and the person with a strong willpower, and that is why he could attain the heights of success. I have uploaded another video about the people, so you can just take the content from there too. So this is how you're going to just use or tell about the life story. If the person is, teacher, then you're going to say that he started his journey from an primary teacher, and after that he appeared in a competitive exam at the national level, and he succeeded in just fulfilling his dream, right? So this is how to customize a story. And mind you, just customize this story within 2 to 3 lines. Okay, don't think that ki ma'am you have given us hard work, you have to do thoda sa work, right? I'm not saying hard work, because I never use the negative words. Hard work is sort of negative word. There must be the smart work. Okay, so overall you're going to explain the life story of that person within 2 to 3 lines, and that's it. After that, there is phase number 3, where you are supposed to describe the features or characteristics of that person. Okay, as we describe of the object, as we describe of the people, as we describe of what the places. So at the end of the day, plotting is the same. You must be knowing only 3 features of the person, place, or whatever you are speaking about. A restaurant you're talking about, unusual meal you're talking about, area of science you're talking about. You can, cook the story of complete 2 minutes with the help of just 3 features. Alright, so let's do it. As far as the reasons which make me his die-hard fan are concerned, die-hard fan means you admire, great admirer, right? So I'm basically telling the reasons why I like that person. Hey, it can be she as well. Okay, so he's not just a man of great intelligence who smartly deals with the situations, but also down to earth and kind hearted person who never leaves the opportunity. The must be there not to, who never leaves the opportunity to lend a helping hand to the needy ones. So if you are my student or you are following me, you know that I am using not only but also plot here, which I used in place, which I used in activity, which I used in objects too. The same plot I keep using, not only but also an icing on cake. So not only but also 2 features and icing on cake. The third feature. It is as simple as that. So he's not just a person of the great intelligence who smartly solves or tackles the problems, but also down to earth and kind hearted who never leaves the opportunity to help anybody. Cherry on cake or icing on cake is that he is the most jolliest. Hey, it is a mistake. With superlative, you never use that most and all that. So you're gonna say he is the jolliest person I ever met in my life. Since now you're gonna tell the reasons, since he's just full of life, positive vibes, and high spirits. And that's it. You can just add any feature or any characteristic of that person according to your convenience, right? Because at the end of the day, your convenience matters. Right? Remove everything from your speaking which makes you fumble. All right. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say you. and this is what we will be talking about, his characteristics or personality traits. And that's it. Then comes the conclusion. My most favorite, the line, I am so much obsessed with the banda that whenever I get a chance to meet him, I never miss a boat. Or I am so much obsessed with the bandi that whenever I get a chance to meet her, I never miss the boat. So now on serious note, the topics which will be covered are what are they? 2nd, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 21st, 30th, 32, 41st, 51, 52, 55, 62, 71, 75, 24, and 82. And mind you, not just blindly speak the entire story, mold it according to the context given in the cue card. Alright, have a nice time and I wish lot of best wishes to the people जो जल्दी ही एग्जाम देने वाले हैं स्पीकिंग का. Okay, bye bye.